So for the overexpression, we're gonna buy a plasmid vector. In this case, it's gonna be a CMV, and we're gonna use a virus promoter. And then the gene of interest, which is P53 in this case. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfect it, and then we're gonna wait 24 to 48 hours to make sure that we're gonna get a result from what we transfected. We're gonna make sure that there's a tag. The virus promoter, and then tag. So when there's a tag right here, it's gonna be like we're gonna expect it at the C-terminus of the protein. Okay, so then what are we gonna do to measure our results? We're gonna do a qPCR to measure the RNA, the mRNA, and then a Western blot for the protein. So we're gonna get like a band like this, and here for the qPCR, we're gonna get a graph like that. Okay, so for the second question, is asking us, how do we know if there's a promoter activity? So for that, we're gonna use a luciferase vector. So okay, so for the luciferase vector, we're gonna transfect it. We're gonna transfect the vector, and then after we transfect it, we're gonna wait 24 to 48 hours. After we wait, basically what's gonna happen is, if there's a promoter activity, the luciferase is gonna attach itself to the promoter, and then it's gonna, the luciferase RNA is gonna translate into luciferase RNA is gonna translate into the luciferase protein. So this protein is bioluminescent, so it's gonna like show light. So what we're gonna measure is how much light that it shows. So if there's like more light, that means then there's more promoter activity. And then if there's less light, it means there's less promoter activity. Okay. So the last question was, what's gonna happen if, well, when there's no P53 basically. So when there's no P53, well, how are we gonna remove the P53 in the first place? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy siRNA against the P53. We're gonna buy that in base pair. So after we buy that, we're gonna transfect it into the cell. Wait 24 to 48 hours. After we wait, we're gonna have basically, what are we gonna transfect it to? We're gonna have 4 cells. So the first 2 cells are gonna be UV damaged, and then these guys are gonna be not UV damaged. So this is gonna be our control, basically just the cell by itself. And then we'll add siRNA to it. This is gonna be cell by itself, and this is siRNA to it. Okay, so P53 protein is formed in the first place when there's damage in the cell. So if there is no damage in the cell, we shouldn't expect P53. But if there is damage in the cell, we should expect P53. However, if we transfected the siRNA, we shouldn't expect any P53. So we're gonna do the qPCR and a Western blot. I'm gonna call them 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then Western blot here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so when we're measuring for the P53 here, when we do the qPCR basically for the RNA, we shouldn't see any mRNA for 3 and 4 anyway. So 2, 3, 4. I mean, I can put a little amount, but we should see it because there's no damage in the cell. And then on the first one, we should be able to see a good amount of mRNA here. For the second one, however, because we added siRNA to it, we should see a small amount, or not at all, but this would be the qPCR. And then in the Western blot, there wouldn't be any protein if there's no mRNA, so we shouldn't see anything in 3 and 4. And in 1, we should see like a big band like this. And then for the second one, because we added the siRNA, we're gonna see like a fragmented almost band. That'll be it. Thank you.